Hello Year 7 students, welcome to the research page for your fourth technique. Now as you can see there are lots and lots of videos on YouTube showing how we can make different Shibori patterns, and as you know there's lots and lots of Shibori patterns to be made. I've provided you with 5 links which I have uploaded to class newsfeed, but you can also find any other one that you would like to include on your cushion. So looking at the worksheet, it's no different to the ones we've had before. It's divided into 3 parts. The first part shows the goal, which is to research the 4th Shibori method that you would like to include on your cushion. Now you click in this box here to include your answer. What is the name of your 4th Shibori pattern? Okay, looking at the page again, yep, there's a main body where we have to fill in 4 areas, and the first area, as you already know, is equipment needed. So you might be lucky enough to have this image on your video, otherwise you just need to have a look throughout your video and see what equipment the person's using. Process steps, 5 main process steps. Now I'm wanting more information in these, okay? It needs to be really well detailed. By now you should be understanding that your Shibori pattern depends totally upon how you tie up and fold your material, and also in the application of the ink, and it's going to be different for each Shibori pattern, so make sure your steps are in detail. Prepared fabric, this is an image of your prepared fabric. It's what the fabric looks like all tied up prior to it being dyed. Okay, that goes in that square, and then in this square here I want a picture of the finished Shibori fabric. There's lots to be chosen, lots to choose from. Some beautiful patterns indeed. And I'm going to show you next how to use a snipping tool so that you can gather your pictures from the video. So where do you find these images for your worksheet? Well, you're going to find them on your video. So when you are watching your video and you come across an image that you want to copy, what you do is you pause the video and you make sure your video is not full screen. Make sure it's a small version of the video, because you need to access this little box down the bottom here. You need to search now for the snipping tool. Now if you type in snip, even before you finish typing snip, it appears, and you need to click on that and the snipping toolbox will appear. Now to activate the snipping tool, you need to push the new button. So click on the new button and your screen will fade, the images on your screen. What you need to do now is you need to click and drag. And you click and drag the area you want and then you release it. And that's what happens. It creates a snipped version, a snipped image of what you're trying to gather. Now you need to copy this to the worksheet. You click using the right click on the mouse and a drop box will drop, and there's the copy. So if you click on the copy and then go to your worksheet. Now what I want you to do is I want you to double click on the insert word inside that, that box, and what you've got to do is on your keyboard you've got to push Control V at the same time. V for vet. Control V, and hey presto, your image is pasted into the box. Okay, of course you'll be doing one at a time, but hey presto, I've done 2 here because I can. I'm showing you. Okay, so then you write your information in for your equipment needed. You write the process steps in. Make sure the process steps are fairly detailed. The more detail you have in the process steps, the more marks you will get. And finally, we do a goal review. So we're asking a question that will make you reflect upon what you've done in this worksheet and what you've learnt. And the one thing I'd like to know this time is, what safety equipment should you use when making Shibori? Have a think what they used and what they wore to protect themselves. Okay, and write the answer in this green box. Click in the box, type in your answer, and you're finished. Well done. Now let's have a look at the rubric again. Like all the other research pages, this is worth 5 marks. And if you want to get that 5 out of 5 marks, and I hope you do, What you need to have done is completed a thorough research page listing 10 items of equipment, 5 production steps, an image of the prepared fabric and an image of the finished shibori design. Make sure that your process steps, those 5 process steps, are really well documented. Don't just do 1 or 2 words. I want to see a sentence or 2. Okay, now the images were very high resolution and they did not pixelate, so if you use the snipping tool you should be fine. Good. Well, there we go. Complete the Shibori research page 4.